What is your personal view on environmentalism?
My personal view would be that environmentalism is good, that everybody should be conscious and aware of environmental issues and do what they can, to promote awareness of environmentalism issues and preserving our resources and recycling and all the things that go along with that.
Do you think that U.S. citizens in the 70s should have listened to Jimmy Carter?
Yes, I do. I think that they should have listened to Jimmy Carter and the other politicians since then who have spoken out on environmental issues. Like Al Gore is one. Al Gore was the governor of my home state of Tennessee, and he's always been big on promoting environmental issues. So Jimmy Carter, yes, and politicians since Jimmy Carter who've also spoken out, yes.
How do you think the world would be different if we were not concerned with conserving resources?
Who were not concerned with preserving resources. We probably wouldn't have certain laws. We probably wouldn't have things like electric cars, hybrid cars. We would probably see more markup and certain things that we partake of and have to purchase, because of the resources being, depleted.
What is your view on pollution, and do you think it should be dealt with by federal or state governments?
Well, pollution is pollution. I mean, it's going to happen. People have to, you know, run engines and burn things, and factories have to run, and industry has to happen, and so pollution's going to happen. But I think it should be dealt with on a state level more than a federal level, just because I think different states have different environmental qualities and obstacles to deal with, and different forms of industry that they're dealing with, the pollution that they create, and that every state should deal with that on their own level. Although maybe some bigger federal, mandate that helps to enforce those laws.
Do you think factories and big businesses should be held accountable for water and land pollution?
Water and land. I do think they should be held accountable for pollution that they are causing, that they are not making sure is, you know, handled the right way. If they've got trash that's not being disposed of properly, if they have recycling, so they could be recycling and they're just being irresponsible and not doing so, then yes, I think they should be accountable.
And which president was more influential, Nixon, Ford, or Carter?
In terms of environmental issues or in general?
Yes, environmental issues.
Then Jimmy Carter.
Why?
He spoke out against it. He talked about it in speeches. He just implored people to do things to conserve, to conserve fuel, to conserve resources, to reduce pollution. He encouraged carpooling. He encouraged not going anywhere if you didn't have to. I mean, just all kinds of things like that.
Do you
Plus, he's from the South, and I like him because I'm from the South.
do you think it should be a law that citizens should have to recycle?
I do. I do think that should be a law. Maybe not like a criminal activity, but maybe some kind of citation for not recycling. It would probably take more money than the government's willing to spend on a city and state level to employ people who work for those like sewage departments to be able to know who's putting what in their trash. There's no way for them to really know when they dump those cans into those big trucks what's coming out of whose trash cans. We're not supposed to throw away things in our trash cans like paint cans, car batteries, certain things like that, but I'm sure it's being done. And until they find a way to track that back to the people who are breaking those laws, they're not going to be able to enforce you know, mandatory recycling.
Thank you for your time.